Well, for the second time in 2 weeks, demonstrations in Malaysia's biggest city, Kuala Lumpur, have been broken up by riot police. This time, thousands of people have converged on the city centre to call for equal rights for ethnic Indians. But police fired rounds of tear gas and used water cannon to quell the demonstrations, which lasted for several hours. The demonstrators gathered in the early morning. Just by being here, they were in open defiance of the authorities. Restraining orders had been issued to deter anyone from turning up. The government had declared this illegal. Still, thousands came to take part in the demonstrations, protesting the colonial policies of Britain. Ethnic Indians wanted to deliver a petition to the British High Commission, but in reality, with warnings defiance would not be tolerated, this became a demonstration against the government. Under the shadow of the Petronas Towers, the symbol of modern Malaysia, thousands were dispersed, the stinging tear gas leaving no option but to move on. The police have just fired tear gas again for the second time in just a couple of minutes. The protesters are scattering. Oh dear. Large pockets of protesters scattered around the centre of town. Unable to march, some simply camped in the street. Ignoring warnings to move on, they were sprayed with water cannon. This time it contained chemicals which stings the eyes and skin. Individuals were targeted for arrest. Many of those taking part angry they weren't allowed to make their point.
They treat us like an animal, and put it there like a bomb and a gas to spoil our peaceful gathering.
Is this a democracy?
You should ask them. You should ask them. Basic democracy, we are not allowed to express our dissatisfaction. What bloody democracy are you talking about?
The government is sensitive to popular protests. Just 2 weeks ago, tens of thousands had gathered in Kuala Lumpur to call for open elections. Although Sunday's demonstrations weren't as big in terms of numbers, the confrontation lasted several hours. This is only the second major demonstration in a decade.
What seems to be turning into a running street battle now because the protesters are throwing the tear gas back. Now, of course, the Indian community here in Malaysia says that it is discriminated against by the Malay Muslim majority. That's a claim that the government of Malaysia clearly denies.
Indians are the third largest ethnic group here. Since independence half a century ago, authorities have worked hard to keep the peace between divergent races. Sunday's demonstrations show that peace sometimes has to be imposed.